Hi mis amores, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new, I'm Glam, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So today I'm bringing you guys my face routine. When I filmed this video for you guys, some of the footage got cut off and deleted, so therefore I'm going to be inserting that information now just because I feel like it's really important and I share with you guys my favorite products. Regardless whether I wear makeup that day or not, I always use my oil-free moisturizer with sunscreen, and this has SPF 35. This is a Neutrogena one. I'm sure there's a lot of amazing sunscreens out there, or moisturizers with sunscreen. Sunscreens are just really important. I personally don't get sunburn, but the aging and all that, definitely want to protect against the sun. So after I go in with the moisturizer, I like to take an oil. So one of the ones I've been using lately is this oil. It's the Banish Oil. I don't know if you guys have heard of that company, but I've been meaning to actually review their products. There's some things that I haven't tried. Like they have this vitamin C beauty spray. But I've only used it like once or twice, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about it yet. So that's why I'm saying like I'll have that video coming up for you guys soon. But I like their oil. I can say I like their oil. And if I don't use that, I like to use my Tarte Maracuja oil. So this one I ran out of recently. That's why I haven't been using it. But either or is amazing for me. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations on other oils. Definitely let me know. I feel like I'm out of breath. Lastly, I like going in with the spray. So my favorite one is the Badescu facial spray. I feel like I've mentioned this one so many times. I highly recommend. And so for those who don't know, I have dry skin. If I have like dry patches from pimples and stuff like that, which lately I've been breaking out like crazy on my forehead, I like to go in with this moisturizer. I honestly really recommend it. I use it for both dry and oily skin types on my clients, and I feel like it just creates a really smooth canvas no matter what your skin type is. So I highly recommend this, but I only use this like when I have really bad patches, like really bad dry areas, and a little goes a long way. That's just what I like to do and what works for me. So let's continue with the tutorial. So now moving on to foundation, I'm taking my NC40 MAC Studio Fix Fluid and I'm just dotting that all over my face. I honestly love this foundation. I know some people don't really like MAC, but I personally can't seem to get enough of it. I feel like it gives me a full coverage without making my face oily during the day, and it doesn't enhance my smile wrinkles as much as other foundations. I feel like I've tried all the foundations I can think of, but definitely let me know if you guys recommend any. I have dry skin, so also I can't do matte foundations because then they make my skin too matte. So it's a little complicated, but anyway, I'm taking my beauty blender, and honestly, I just recently purchased my beauty blender again last month and I love it. I had forgot how amazing it works. I had been using the Real Techniques beauty blender, but I feel like it absorbs so much of the product and it just doesn't give you a full coverage right off the bat. So I honestly feel like the $20 for a beauty blender is so worth it. So now that we're finished blending our foundation, I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in shade Beautiful Bronze, and we're going to contour the face. So I'm applying this on my cheeks, on my temples, and my jawline, and I like applying it with the brush that comes with the concealer. However, you can also apply it on the back of your hand or on a mixing palette, warm it up, and then apply it with the brush. I like both ways. So before, I used to hate cream contouring. I thought it was the hardest thing. I thought it looked so muddy, but girl, let me tell you, it makes such a difference. So now I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade Medium, and I'm applying that in the areas I want highlighted, so under my eyes, my forehead, my chin, the cupid's bow, and the bridge of my nose. And I'm just going to apply that and show you guys, so let me fast forward it a little bit. And I mean, who doesn't like to apply concealer? So once I've applied it and I'm set to go, I'm going to take this brush, and it's the Morphe G2 from the Gunmetal collection, and I'm just going to blend the contour first. And honestly, The first time I tried this, it was the hardest thing ever. I felt like it was a never-ending process, but girl, just blend and blend, and trust me, it's gonna look amazing. I know it may seem like a lot of product at first, and you questioned how that's even going to look quote-unquote natural, but remember, we're also going to go back in and blend the concealer with that contour. And like I said, it's a process, so let's just enjoy me blending this contour out, because girl, it takes a little bit. So yeah, we're just blending this out, and I honestly recommend you get a good brush. I love blending it out with a brush. I don't do it with the beauty blender until the end. Ooh, 5 hours later. This is such a long process, honestly. 7 hours later. I'm just kidding. But like, let me tell you, it makes a difference. I honestly love contouring my face now. It's like, girl, you snatched. So then I like going in with my beauty blender and just blending in the concealer with that contour, so that way it looks more natural and it blends it in. And that way the contour doesn't look as harsh as well, because you don't want it to just be super harsh. You want it to look more natural and just blended. So this is another process. You just gotta blend, blend, blend. And I also don't want to just like fast forward everything, because that beats the purpose of showing you guys everything step by step. So let me just yada yada yada, or enjoy some music while we get to the next part. Now moving on to baking, I'm taking my Airspun Translucent powder and I'm just setting my concealer with that. So under my eyes, my chin, my cupid's bow, and my forehead, basically where we applied the concealer. And then once that is done, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in shade medium dark, and I'm just going to apply some powder on that contour so that way it blends in a little bit more. And I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush. This comes in a kit of 3 and I bought them at TJ Maxx for like $8, so I highly recommend you check your local TJ Maxx. And now I'm applying some powder to carve that contour and just clean it up a little bit. So once I've brushed off some of the excess, I like to go in with my beauty blender and spray it with some of my setting spray and just set my face. That way the wet, damp beauty blender absorbs all the excess powder that you don't want without rubbing it off or without making it look ashy. Once I've done that all over the face, I'm going to take my Milani blush in shade Luminoso with my Wet n Wild blush brush. And I got this at Dollar Tree and I've washed it plenty of times and the bristles are still good, so check your local Dollar Tree. And once I've done that, I'm going back in with a little bit of bronzer just so that way it all blends in together. And finally, I'm going to go in with my Sun Dipped Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills and just taking those two shades and applying it to my cheeks and my Cupid's bow. I don't like doing the nose highlight, but if you guys like that, then you go for it. And I'm applying that with my Morphe M504, all-time favorite brush. So once I'm done, I'm going to take my blush brush and just blend everything together so that way there's no harsh lines. And for my lips, I'm going to use my NYX Lingerie in the shade After Hours. And finally, to set my face, I'm taking my all-time favorite, my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave some comments down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys next time.